Hey everybody, welcome in. So it's been a long time. Since I created the base cabinets. I had a lot going on, so we're finally getting to where we're going to put the upper cabinets in. This video might take a while because it's kind of like there's a lot to it, but we're gonna try to get it done. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to my first floor plan. And I'm gonna zoom in here. So what we kind of want to do is, if I can learn how to talk, is we want to try to line up our upper cabinets with the cabinets below them for the most part until we get into the corners where it's going to be a little bit different. But I'm going to start over here on the left. So our base cabinets, we had like a 2-inch filler to start with. So I'm going to do the same thing for the upper cabinet, except you can't use the base cabinet filler for the upper cabinet. We're gonna have to go and get an upper cabinet filler. So to do that, we're going to go to Architecture, Insert, Load Autodesk Family. I don't want to get out of this. I want to go to, how do I get, oh, yeah, I know. I get rid of this hood here so I can get all these. So what I want to do is go to my casework category. I'm going to scroll down, look for upper cabinets, upper cabinet. Here, upper cabinet filler wall, that's what I want. Click load. Go to my components, architecture component. So upper cabinet filler wall. So it's gonna bring it in at 3 inches. Again, like we want to line it up with the one below it. I want that to be 2 inches. So I'm just gonna kind of place it here just randomly for now. And then escape out of it. I wanna select that. And I want to change the width to 2 inches. Make sure you type in 2 inches, not 2 feet. And then I found out if you try to align these, it doesn't really work well. So I'm just going to left click to select it. I'm going to go up to move, grab this left corner. I want to move it to that corner. And so those line up. And then so the cabinet below it is a 24-inch cabinet. I want to make the upper cabinet kind of sit right above that. So I'm going to go to the component, place component. Now don't grab the vanity cabinet, that's for the bathrooms. We're going to look for an upper cabinet that is 24 inches wide. So this one here is what we need. I'm going to kind of, if you click on the back wall and kind of move your mouse over, try to get those to where it kind of pops in place there. Hit escape. Now I've seen some of my students try to put in the cabinets in a 3D view, which, I mean, if you can do it that way, hey, whatever works for you. But I recommend not doing it that way. It's kind of hard to get them aligned up. So I usually try to put them in the floor plan view. So there's that one. The next one is going to be a 30-inch upper cabinet. I'm going to go to component, place component, look for a 30-inch. Again, don't grab the vanity cabinet. Look for a 30-inch upper cabinet, which is here. Again, click that, don't click it, but just kind of hover over that back wall, kind of move it over in place. Hit the escape key when we're done. So we're not going to put a cabinet over the sink. We're going to come in and put a window there, because whenever you're doing your dishes or whatever, you don't want to lean over and smack your head into your upper cabinet. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go over the dishwasher here. That's going to be a 24-inch. So I'm going to go to component, place component, look for a 24-inch upper cabinet, which is here. Place that in right over the top of our dishwasher. Bam, take that. Hit the escape key about a zillion times to get out of that. So you can either hit the escape key twice, I think, or just hit the modify arrow. Usually I just hit the escape key because I'm kind of lazy like that. All right, so then the next one is going to be a little bit tricky because, let's see, we want to put a 39-inch because it's not going to match up because we have this. Our base cabinets are 24 inches deep. Our upper cabinets are 12 inches deep. So the corner gets kind of tricky. So I'm gonna put a 39-inch upper wall cabinets. So 39-inch upper cabinet, this one, because I've already done the math here. So I know that's kind of a wide cabinet. You could put 2 cabinets there if you want to split them up. Just needs to equal up to 39 inches, but however you want to do that. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of line that up. And then over in this corner, so I don't want these cabinets opening up into each other, so I'm going to put a 2-inch filler on each side of this corner. So what I could do here is I could select this one, make a copy. I want to copy it from this left corner. Just kind of pan over, place another copy over on this side, like so. And then what I want to do is we're going to have a gap there, a big hole right there. That's okay. I'm gonna make a copy, another copy of this filler, but I want to rotate it 90 degrees. So I think to do that, I'm trying to figure out how I can do that better. I think I'm just gonna select it, go to copy, just select anywhere as a base point. I'm gonna move it way over here actually. Oh, I can't do it outside of host. All right, so forget that idea. Let me cancel that. I tried. So I'm gonna go to component, place component. We're gonna go look for that 2-inch upper cabinet filler wall. It's gonna be 3 inches when we bring it in. I'm gonna place it over here on this wall here, kind of move it over. You don't gotta get it right in place because we're gonna have to change the size. So just kind of left click to place it. Hit modify, hit the escape, whatever, select it. I'm gonna change the width to 2 inches. And now I can click it to move it. I'm gonna go to the move tool. I'm gonna click this corner and move it to this corner. So it's kind of touch each other like that. They're gonna be friendly. And then what I wanna do is I'm gonna create a 30-inch upper cabinet. Component, place component, look for a 30-inch upper cabinet here. Oh, I was like, it's gonna go, I got so many dashed lines going on, it's kind of hard to remember what's going on, but I want to place it against this that filler that we just made right there. So from the filler to the start of the range, that's where that cabinet is gonna go. Let's kind of take a look at 3D and see what we got going so far. So those look good. There's an open space where our sink is. We have these cabinets here. There's our 2 fillers on each side. One thing I want to do here is I want to see how this cabinet here, the base cabinet, has a handle here. I want the actual, I think I want to make the handle to where it's on this side and it opens away like that. So to do that, let me go to my first floor. If you select this cabinet, you see these arrows. I'm gonna click this up and down arrows because that's gonna switch our door handle over like that. Yeah. All right, so now what I would do is we're gonna skip we're not gonna put a cabinet over the range just yet. I'm gonna skip over to this above this cabinet. So go back to my first floor and that's gonna be an 18-inch. So go to component, place component. We're gonna look for an upper cabinet, 18-inch. So just kind of place it right where the stove and the end of this cabinet here, like so. And so now over the range is going to be a range hood because that's going to have like a little light where you can kind of see what you're cooking. And also it's going to have an exhaust fan that'll kind of grab all that smoke from your cooking. If, in my case, bad cooking, if I'm probably burning something, it'll grab that smoke and kind of it'll take it away. So we're going to go to architecture, insert, load family. I'm gonna go to all results. I'm gonna type in hood and look for a scroll down. We're gonna go to where it says range hood. I'm gonna select that one. hit load, go to architecture component, place component. So this range hood is 40 inches wide. I don't want that one. I want the 30-inch wide. So I'm going to look for the range hood 30-inch wide. Also, you're going to notice that when you try to place this, you're not going to see your range hood. That's because it's way above our cut plane line. So if I just kind of left click over here to place it somewhere out of the way, you're going to get this warning message. Just hit the X there and then hit modify. So what you want to do to get your range hood to show up, we're going to go to click modify where it says view range. I'm going to click edit. And then where it says cut plane 4 feet, just for now, I'm going to change this to 6 feet. We're going to just type in 6. And so there is our range. If I left click on it, you know the front of it is where this double arrow is. So what I need to do is rotate this 90 degrees clockwise. So rotate, just pick a base point here. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees this way. Hit modify. Now I can move this right over the range against that back wall there, like boom, right there. Now we can probably change our view range back. Do we want to do that yet? Let's not do that just yet. Okay, so let me look at a 3D view so we can see what's going on. So we have our range hood and we have this open space above it. So what we're going to do is we're going to place an upper cabinet, but we're going to change the height of it because it's not going to be the full height of these. As obviously it would go through our range hood. So we're gonna make a cabinet that sits kind of in this space here. So go back to your first floor. We're going to, what is that? That's a 30-inch wide. So I'm gonna go to component, place component. We're gonna look for a 30-inch wide upper cabinet. Upper cabinet, yeah, this one, 30-inch. I'm gonna move it over here where it should go there. Hit the escape key. Now if we go back to our 3D view, you'll see what we got. So we have that, it fits width-wise, but it's too high because it goes right into our range hood. So what we wanna do is I'm gonna left click it. I'm gonna go to where you see edit type. Super important. You wanna click on duplicate. And so this is going to be a 30-inch by 12-inch tall or 12-inch high. And so for the height, we're going to change this from 2'6" to 1 foot. Press the tab key. We're going to also need to raise it up too, but let's see. The top of the cabinet is 7 foot. Hit apply, it's still going to be too short. Hit apply, hit OK. So now what I need is left click on this cabinet, and where you see elevation from level here, I'm going to change this to 6 feet. So the bottom of the cabinet is going to be 6 feet. And now we can kind of see it sits proper where it needs to go. Also, this cabinet, I'm going to flip it so we can get the handle on the other side. So go back to my first floor, click this, click the upper cabinet, click this to flip it. There we go. So let me kind of double check and make sure we got what we want. I guess we could flip this one if we wanted. Yeah, let's do that. First floor, so it was this one. I'm gonna click on this one and flip it. This side to side horizontal arrows here, boom. All right, so now what do we do about this window here? Let's take a look. So we need to put a window here. I mean, we don't have to, but it'll be nice. What else do we got? Let me look at this way. I'm just kind of looking to see what our handles are okay. I think we're good there. So what I want to do for the window, I want to go back to my first floor. I'm going to go to window, fixed with trim. I don't want that. I don't want a fixed window. I want one that opens up in case we need to kind of let some air out. I'm going to go window, double hung. And I want to choose the, what do I want? 30 inch by 46. And we're gonna place it kind of in the middle here. So see how mine was backwards? So these double arrows need to go on the other side. So I'm just gonna kind of click these double arrows to flip that. Hit modify. I want to grab this tag, just kind of left click the tag and drag it somewhere out of the way. Now you're gonna also notice that our window is gonna be too tall. Let me look at a 3D view. So our window, it's going into our backsplash and our sink here. So what I'm gonna do is click on this window, edit type, duplicate. This is gonna be a 30 by 36. I'm trying to remember what I put for that. Yeah, 30 by 36. 30 by 36 inches. I'm gonna turn off the mountain visibility here. Uncheck those while I'm here. The height, I want this to be 3 feet. Also, I don't like where it says wood stained. I'm gonna click this while I'm at it, and I want to make that clad white. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, there, clad white. Yeah, that. Same thing for this one here, wood stained. I'm gonna change that to clad white. There you are. There. I think we're good there. Mountain pattern. Do I mountain pattern? Yeah, leave that there. Hit apply. Hit OK. It's still too low, so I'll left click this window. And for the seal height, oh, the head height. Don't want the head height. Yeah, the head height to be 7 feet. That might be what I want. 7 foot. Yeah, there we go. Also notice, why is the framing white here? So why is it black? So if I left click this window, go to edit type, click on my clad white here. I think the way to do that is, so I'm gonna uncheck where it says render appearance. And what color is, I'm gonna change this to white. Pick a white color here. Hit apply, hit OK, hit OK. Yeah, now our window frame is white. I think I ran into that same problem with the walls here. So while I'm at it, if you click on a wall here and go to edit type, and go to where it says structure edit, structure by category, I'm going to change this to clad white here. Apply. Yeah, those are white. Okay. If you want, we could do the countertop. Let's see, we can click on the countertop, edit type, by category. What do we want our countertop material to be? You can make it whatever you want to. Not carpet though, that's probably not gonna be a good thing. If we wanted to, we can make a new material. So where you see, what are we going to do? Create and duplicate materials. Let me click that. We're going to create new material. And you see default new material. I'm going to right click, rename it. I'm just going to call this countertops. And then, so to grab a material that's not there, we can click on this icon where it says open asset browser. We can click on Autodesk physical access or physical assets. Learn to read, Larry. All right, there we go. So you can kind of look and see any of these that you like. I think, what is miscellaneous actually? Nah, not a fan. I'm gonna go to paint actually. And I'm gonna go enamel glossy blue, click it. These double arrows over here, click that as well. So what's that gonna do is that's gonna put our new material on our cabinets over here. I think we're good there. Hit apply, hit OK, hit apply, hit OK. Now, notice it didn't put them there. Let's go to edit type. Countertops. We're going to go to graphics. We're going to go click use render appearance. Now it turns out blue. Hit apply. So we missed this one. So we're going to click this countertop. Edit type. I know there's a lot. You're like, dude, what are you doing? It's a lot. I told you it was a lot. So we want that to be countertops, right? Hit apply. So now those are both blue. All we need to do now really is we're going to add our refrigerator. So I'll go back to your first floor plan. I'm going to go to component, place component. I'll type in REF here. Nope, REF. REF works. Refrigerator. I'm going to grab I want a left-hand one. Let's do 35 by 32. Let's go with that. Now I'm going to hit the space bar to flip this thing around. I'm thinking like that. It's kind of hard to see which is the front and which is the back. If I just kind of left click to place it, you can see this line, this double line up here. That's the back of your refrigerator. So I have this thing turned around, not where I want it, but I'm just going to hit escape. I'm going to left click on it. I want this line to be on the back, so I need to rotate this. You may have got yours correct and not need to do this, but so that back line, that line is where you want to place this back line against the wall because you don't want your refrigerator right up against it. So I'm just going to click this, go to align. I don't want to align to the center, so I'm going to hit the tab key. And I want it to align to that. And I want not the back of the fridge, but that line right there. I want that to align to it. You can hit the lock. You can kind of nudge this. I'm just kind of clicked it and use the nudge, the arrows to kind of nudge it if you want. You don't want it right up against your cabinet. You want a little space there. So like so. Okay, so then let's look at a 3D view. Yeah, so there we go. So if we want to clean this up a little bit, see how we have a big gap between our fridge and the end of this wall? Just really quickly, I'm just going to select this wall. I'm going to click this dot because I want to measure it from the outside of this wall. And I want to I'm going to left click this dot and drag it to the end of my refrigerator. So now that's 5 feet and some weird number. If I click this, let's make this, I don't know, 1 foot. That looks better. So now what we can do is kind of add a floor to it if we wanted to get real fancy. So go to architecture, floor architectural. I don't want the generic one. I want a wood. I'm gonna go to wood joist, wood finish here. And then what I want to do is, I think I'm just gonna draw a line. So I'm gonna use a line tool. I want to go around the back of this. The back of this wall here, here, down, over to that corner. I'm gonna go straight down a little bit and straight over to where it lines up with that. See a little dash line pop in? So there, go straight up, hit the escape key a couple of times. I'm gonna select this line. So hit this arrow. So I wanna measure it from, is it gonna move where I want it to? Nope. You want to be like that, okay. There. So now I'm measuring it from what is this space going to be. So I'm just going to say this is going to be, I don't know, 4 feet. Hit the check mark. There's our floor. Look at a 3D view. So I don't know, these colors are probably like a blue countertop. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, we have our floor, we have our base cabinets, our upper cabinets, our window, our range hood, refrigerator. If we want to get fancy, we can like a wall base trim around it, but that's, that's for another day. So anyway, I hope that helped. I know that was a lot, and I probably went through that probably quickly, but I wasn't trying to make this video, 900 years old, or 9,000 hours, whatever. Anyway, so like I said, I hope that helped, and yeah, peace out.